Here's my audience. Okay. Here's my persuasive speech. For thousands of years, alcohol has been one of humanity's closest friends. The intoxicating beverage has been involved not only in some of humanity's greatest triumphs, but also in some of humanity's greatest falls. As a result of its inebriating nature, alcohol has the potential to cause a great deal of issues if used improperly, and who abuses the drink more often than young people. Unfortunately, young people seem to be the demographic most primed to misuse this substance, and as someone who has unfortunately seen several people I know die because of alcohol-related issues, raising the drinking age to 25 would help to combat this. It would help to combat this by improving cognitive development, reducing car accidents, and protecting for mental health. First, let's talk about development. Like it or not, alcohol can play a significant role in how we develop as humans, especially throughout adolescence and adulthood. For example, in a 2017 study by Dr. Layla Glass and Sarah M. Natson, published in the National Library of Medicine, individuals who were exposed to prenatal alcohol use were subject to greater handicaps in life than those children who were not subject to such prenatal alcohol effects. Such handicaps are described as cognitive deficits across various domains, including general intellectual function, executive function, learning, memory, and visual spatial reasoning. The research shown in the article demonstrated how detrimental the effects of alcohol could be upon individuals who are still developing. While an argument could be made that those who are above the age of 21 are not developing anymore, and a law raising the drinking age would unjustifiably affect these people, scientific evidence suggests a different conclusion. In a 2013 study by Mariam Morain and colleagues published in the National Library of Medicine database, research found that the decision-making component of the human brain did not finish developing until the age of 25. Further, according to another study by Marissa and Silvieri, published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information in 2012, it was discovered that between two groups of individuals, one group consisting of people aged 21 through 24, and another group consisting of people aged 25 through 29, the former group demonstrated greater impairment on acquisition of semantic verbal memory and figural memory following an acute alcohol challenge compared to the older group. This illustrated that alcohol usage can negatively impact memory in those with less developed brains. Alcohol has the potential to greatly impair developing individuals, and as such, a raise in the drinking age would confront this. Now that we've talked about how alcohol can alter brain development, let's talk about how it can affect driving. Another huge area where alcohol disproportionately affects young people is in driving impairment. Time after time, young people are consistently shown to have the highest per capita rates of driving under the influence of alcohol. In a study by Sihun Oh and colleagues that was published in the National Library of Medicine in 2020, individuals in the age range of 18 through 25 were repeatedly shown to have the highest rates of intoxicated driving during a 10-year study, followed closely by people in the 26 to 34 age range. These findings are worrisome, especially considering that the brains of many of these people are still maturing and face impaired judgment. By increasing the age limit for drinking alcohol, the amount of alcohol available to young people will decrease. And as a result, the number of drunk drivers and alcohol-related car crashes will as well. As the drinking age is raised, not only will development be protected, but lives will be saved. Now that we've talked about how alcohol and car accidents relate, let's turn our attention to its effect on the mind. Lastly, alcohol is a major contributor to negative mental health outcomes later in life. In a 2019 article by Chimwemwe Tembo and Associates, published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information, the effects of alcohol on mental health were studied on university students primarily aged 18 through 24. The research found that the association between alcohol and mental health is bidirectional, with studies suggesting that individuals who are predisposed to harmful alcohol consumption are prone to episodes of stress, depression, and anxiety. The study also found that a considerable proportion of participants reported consuming alcohol at hazardous or harmful levels. Multiple logistic regression analysis showed that students who were consuming alcohol at hazardous levels were 1.2 times more likely to report psychological distress as opposed to psychological distress in those with lower levels of alcohol consumption. Based on this data, a significant amount of university students, many over the age of 21, are abusing alcohol. The alcohol usage of these individuals negatively impacted both their academic performances and their mental well-being. If the drinking age were to be raised to 25, a vast majority of these individuals would have a harder time obtaining and misusing such substances, thereby safeguarding their future mental health. The majority of arguments opposed to the idea of raising the drinking age center around the notion that individuals affected by the change would still find ways of procuring alcohol, and that would be better for such people to get and use alcohol safely, as opposed to them engaging in potentially risky behaviors to try and get alcohol. The aforementioned argument, while well considered, is nonetheless missing the larger picture of the problem. The idea that something harmful should not be outlawed because people obtain it anyway does not somehow negate the negative effects of the harmful substance. The fact of the matter is that those over the age of 21 are still engaging in alcohol-related behaviors despite the drink, in dangerous alcohol-related behaviors despite the drink being legal for them. As the drinking age is raised, these issues will be diminished, and those previously affected will experience more positive benefits from abstaining from alcohol until their brain development has begun to finalize. In the end, raising the drinking age to 25 is the best option for combating a host of alcohol-related issues. Striving to help protect the young people of this world by raising the drinking age will preserve developmental growth in young adults, diminish the number of alcohol-related car accidents, and foster strong mental health in a society that desperately needs such fortitude. Supporting the raising of the drinking age, while seemingly small, will improve and save many lives for years to come. Thank you. Here is my audience. Thank you.